The Los Angeles Lakers are out of the playoffs. Welcome, old school NBA fans. My name is Sean David. Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. And even though I usually 95% only cover old school NBA, this is some news that we have to talk about. Now, the Lakers, with two people that I really dislike, finally are out of the playoffs. And the crazy part is I used to root for the Lakers my entire life. Next to the Bulls in the 1990s, the Lakers were always my favorite team, coming from the Showtime Lakers, even the Lakers who weren't that successful with Nick Van Exel, with Eddie Jones, with Vlade Divac and all of those guys. But hey, they have LeBron James and a coach by the name of JJ Redick. Now, JJ Redick to me is actually one of the few people that I actually have negative feelings against. And don't get me wrong, for those of you who don't know me, I really don't like to be this way, but I also want to be honest on my show. It always rubbed me the wrong way when you have players from this era or the era even before who really disrespect the players that laid the foundation for what the NBA has become. I'm not talking only about the game, but I'm actually talking about a global game that is paying incredible money for you to play the sport that most of us would play for free. The sport that we grew up with, playing in our childhood, playing for free just because we love the game so much. And when you have a guy like JJ Redick who talks bad about guys like Jerry West, who talk like calling players like Bob Cousy plumbers. Yes, that happened. Listen to that bull.
Not
fair.
once.
That's fair. You also had 29 assists in an NBA game.
Oh, well, he was being guarded by plumbers and firemen. Let's say Steph Curry, for example.
Right.
When I watch Steph Curry off the ball in a playoff game,
Oh, he's great.
getting
I know that.
grabbed and held by Marcus Smart, they're attached to him at all times.
Right.
Then when I watch Larry Bird come off a pin down and no one's within 5 feet of him and they're shooting the gap, you're telling me one is more physical than the other? You're telling me that's more physical than Steph Curry being grabbed and held for 48 minutes?
Right.
Then when I watch Larry Bird come off a pin down and no one's within 5 feet of him and they're shooting the gap, you're telling me one is more physical than the other? You're telling me that's more physical than Steph Curry being grabbed and held for 48 minutes?
First of all, Redick don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm going to
concur.
say it, right?
I agree.
He don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm like, what basketball was you watching? To say something as idiotic as that is ridiculous.
For someone who played in the NBA, who had so many benefits because of those old school guys, to be that disrespectful, it really rubbed me the wrong way big time. Then the next thing that happened was that this guy who was on a podcast with LeBron James for quite some time actually got hired to coach the Los Angeles Lakers. Who did he coach before? What NBA team did he coach before? What are his credentials? Well, he had a podcast with LeBron James talking blah, blah, blah. He knows it all, blah, blah, blah. Look, I never played in the NBA. I only played semi-professional, but I would never be like blah, 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 blah. I know everything better, blah, 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 blah. And badmouth the guys who laid the foundation. So when he came to the NBA at first, and don't get it wrong, the season started really rocky. They were not playing well. And during mid-season, it became better and better. They found their rhythm. They were still not a great team. Then when the trade happened, where LeBron James still pretends that he did not know that the Lakers would ship away Anthony Davis, which is bullshit, as if they would not consult their franchise player, but that's a different story. So suddenly they get Luka Doncic and they become a stronger team. And what happened now in the playoffs? Well, what's supposed to happen in the playoffs? Suddenly, when defense really matters, suddenly some guys get exposed. A rookie coach with this loudmouth ASS also gets exposed. Now, Luka Doncic, who I really used to love as an offensive player. I love his passing. I love his court vision. I love that he is not the fastest, not the most athletic guy, but still is able to contribute and control a game. But over the past 2 years, it looks more and more like this guy is out of shape, and also he can't play defense. And to me, I'm sorry, and I know this will cause a lot of dislikes, but I don't care at that point anymore. I care about speaking my mind. When you are not willing to play defense for the amount of money you get, and if you're not willing to get in shape for that kind of money you get, sorry, but you are disrespecting the game, your franchise, and the fans. Like, you are earning more than thousands of people all put together, and you're still not willing to work your behind off, work on your body to get in the greatest shape that you can be, and also to perform on a level that you can actually win championships for the franchise who's paying you that kind of money. That's the one side. That's also why I'm not a big fan of Luka anymore. It changed, unfortunately. But then we have the coach who also showed that he is a rookie coach in interviews, like this one here.
What do you recall about your thought process in the moment, sticking with the 5 you stuck with in the fourth quarter the other day? And is there an assistant or someone maybe that you'll lean on tonight, maybe to try to get some other guys involved if that opportunity presents itself?
Are you saying
again?
that because I'm inexperienced and that was an inexperienced decision that I made? Do you think I don't talk to my assistants about substitutions every single time out?
No, I just think there's a lot of coaches lean on their assistants in those situations.
As do I,
There's a lot going
every
on.
single time. That's a weird assumption.
Thank you, Coach.
So JJ Redick, to me, totally got exposed. Now, how in the world do you think you can play a second half in the playoffs with only 5 guys? It doesn't matter. I mean, I saw an interview where he was basically saying that he did not make that decision by himself. But sorry, that is a bull. You must know that you can't play 5 guys for the entire second half. Plus, especially if you have one guy who's not in the best shape of his life, Luka, and when you have a 40-year-old Lebron James. So, to me, that is one of the biggest mistakes. And it doesn't only pay back in that one game. Of course, your team is running out of gas in the next game. So how can that mistake happen? And of course, the Lakers are not a great team because they don't have position 1 till 12, but they at least have 8 or 9 guys that can play. And to just blame the roster, sorry, but bad coaching, a 40-year LeBron James and look, even though I dislike the guy for many reasons, which I will expose in my next video, but that guy had some good games. Of course, and I would not expect the 40-year-old to perform great in the fourth quarter if he plays that heavy minutes. That's to me on the coach. That LeBron fell down many times, pretending that he got hit back and behaves like a 3-year-old. That's a different story. But I don't blame him for not scoring in the fourth quarter when he's 40 and his coach plays him that many minutes. Anyway, I am very happy that this guy got humbled. That JJ Redick got humbled. And the kind of interviews that he does, this arrogance, I'm better than all of you attitude, it was necessary for them to fail. And I'm sorry, again, I really don't like being like that, but it was necessary. It was necessary to humble a person who is disrespectful to so many people. And I'm sorry that the Lakers organization had to pay for that, and all the Lakers fans. I mean, without you guys, without the Lakers franchise, the NBA never would have been as great as they are. But it was good that your coach got humbled. It was good. Let me know what you think.